Have you been making boards?
You know, I made one once, and I took it to Basham's, the place that Violas just bought. It was a long time ago, and I walked in there with it. I was trying to model a Cole Simler board where he was making those bat tail quads. Yep. I don't know why I chose that for my first. The guys in there just started laughing. True story. He definitely knows what that ACL tear is all about. I'm happy Bella's able to compete as we look at the backhand whip start from Nadia Erostarbe, up and down on her season opener.
Pretty slow out there right now, just kind of trying to fish around to find some open face. Here we go.
Now setting this one up, a world champ, Caroline Marks, runner-up in the world last year, finding her flow and just world title type pace. Gosh, her rails look clean, crushing sections, and she will kick out on her feet. Nice opener of her season. We see this one again.
Yeah, super clean. I mean, the bottom turn setup for Caroline was everything on this wave, and she did it 3 times perfectly and really just crushed those outside turns. That wave, when it stood up and was glassy and she drove off the bottom like that.
When lowers was that regular season event, which it is again this year. There you see the knee brace from the slight tear of the ACL. Looks like she's looking solid though on her feet. She was able to finish a very turbulent end section turn.
We're here to play, and like the way she surfed this wave and she comes off the bottom and really puts everything into that first turn. You know, she threw everything out there. So that's what, you know, it's nice to see that. Nothing is going to hold her back, and I feel like she's always had that in her. And I saw, and after the thing was over, with congratulations in the water, there was some pretty awesome moments of fierceness between the two, just looking at each other like, you won it, I know I wanted it, you know.
This would be the push for Molly, the Erin Brooks. I mean, think about
Erin Brooks.
There's so many new stories this season. Here comes Caroline. Nice glassy, stretched out right. She's got the pace to connect on the first section. Quick whip in the pocket. Drills it off the top again. Frames it vertically for a third turn. Just blitzing sections. Adding so much to her lead out front.
Guaranteed she sat on the beach, timed the waves, saw that there was a little runner every 10 minutes, and said, okay, I'm going to go get those runners. They're there. I just got to wait for them. Because, you know,
15 years of age. She was already getting credit for having the best backhand on the top 17. Here comes Nadia Erostarbe from Basque Country, up and down on the slip.
She looks a bit nervous to me.
Always great to hear from Bella Kenworthy, right into action, trying that first turn on the open face, wrapping it, and stepping off. So talking about being pushed by a great generation.
Right as she comes off the top here, it looks like she's not getting to bend that knee completely the way she wants to. And I feel like I'm used to seeing her kind of compress the back leg a little bit more. But still, surfing really well.
Now Caroline on wave number 3, looking to improve on a 4-8.
Still, surfing really well.
Now Caroline on wave number 3, looking to improve on a 4.83. Ton of speed. All patience, ends up throwing it away. She was experimenting a bit with longer equipment, especially at Pipe and Caity, and now looking at Nadia.
Oh!
Connects on her first turn, completes it, now getting herself in the mix. Which sometimes seemed almost impossible as we look at Caroline. Throwing down a first turn, but incomplete. Her first fall there, but I could tell she's feeling comfortable. She knows she's got a little room to move.
You know, ride waves across this reef, because it's hard to get them when the crowd is out there.
Nadia now putting together a few different turns. Staying on her feet for the end section, and only needs a 2.27 for Bella's spot second. Pretty solid effort to maybe get that second spot. One more look here.
Smaller wave, but a couple of quick turns and then completes the closeout. So
the score is enough for Nadia. 3.17. Bella's dropped down to third as she's on this wave. Needs a 3.51 as she punches the first section. Just a real check to get back into the pocket. and then lines up a top turn, but a warbly section. With a knee brace on, she'll lose it. And so judges want to take time to look at this first turn again.
Yeah, solid overhead wave, so a lot of meat on that one. Nice clean turn, set up the inside corner, and then
ends up coming up short for Bella, just a 3-point ride. That means Nadia Erostarbe for Basque Country, WSL replacement surfer, gets the second spot to go to the round of 16 right behind.
Kaipo Caroline was just telling me 7th year on tour and still a few butterflies before you head out there at Pipeline. What do you think that means for you in this year of 2025?
Yeah, I just think it means I still really, really care. But yeah, for me, the first event always has so much anticipation. You had all this time off, and Pipeline's such an intense wave, and there's just so much hype and all these things, so I just was really excited to get out there. I'm like, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I was talking to Carissa this morning. She's like, hey, I feel you. Like, I get it. I feel like that way every time. And it was good to hear her say that. Obviously she's had a long career and stuff, so I was like, all right, like, it's good. It means I still really care, so it's cool.
And what a way to rip the Band-Aid off with the 7.0 for your very first ride. How did you want to just attack this heat to set yourself up for this contest?
Yeah, obviously the conditions have changed a lot. This morning, it was quite a bit bigger. There's some barrels. It was pretty shifty. It was actually a lot better than I thought. And I was on a completely different board this morning, and yeah, on a different board right now. But the waves are super fun. There's not as many barrels, but it's super rippable. And I don't know. I had a lot of fun out there. So I was just kind of picking apart the lineup with my coach, and we had a really good plan. I felt pretty confident going out there, so it was cool.
Plan well executed, Caroline. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go. Caroline Marks taking a heat win.